As the NATO-led operation in Afghanistan draws to a close, Bagram Airfield finds itself engaged in a different sort of battle, the war on wood. Across the sprawling base, temporary buildings are being torn down, replaced by concrete ones, as this is one of the bases where troops will be housed next year as part of NATO's Resolute Support mission, a mission that will see around 12,000 NATO troops helping to train, advise and assist the Afghan National Security Forces.
I am the commander of the 242nd Construction Management Team, and my role here as the commander of that unit supporting the 2nd Engineer Brigade of the setting the Resolute Support footprint here at BAF. Current population is approximately 30,000, and to try to get down to December 31st, you're looking at 15,000. Trying to get people out of here and retrograde out of here while we're still deconstructing buildings and try to set that Resolute Support footprint. It's kind of like probably changing the oil in your car while it's still running. So as we look at all those wooden structures that don't really provide adequate protection or hardly any protection, the plan is to take all those down and move all personnel into concrete structures.
These wooden huts are referred to as B huts or barracks huts. Until now, hundreds have been used to house the many troops on base.
All right, so what you got here is a 2.5-yard loader and one of our heavy hitters here. So we come out here, and what he's going to do is he's going to take that platform, that last remaining platform of that B hut. He's going to grab it, pick it up, and he's going to start to crunch it. So we've been here, we arrived July 3rd, and since then, my guys have actually taken apart 104 B huts. They're definitely tasked to the fullest, and they're kicking butt, so we're very excited about them.
Although many of the buildings are in the process of being pulled down, a number of condemned structures have received a temporary reprieve to help provide unique training tools.
So as Bagram begins to reshape, and as their engineering crews are going through and doing all the demo on those, somebody had the idea, which thankfully they did, to say, hey, we've got some guys that might be able to train on these and actually make some use out of them before they just become a scrap pile of wood. If a coalition aircraft were to take a precautionary landing or crash, we are the trained, dedicated, and equipped asset in order to go and effect that rescue. So we started off with doing what's called combat clearance, which was going through and taking a building as a hard point, which would be someplace that we could take a patient if a tactical situation arose that we had to get into a facility and be able to provide patient care in a more secure area than the tactical environment would allow out in the open.
While the clearing of the old wooden structures is well on its way, there are still plenty more B huts to demolish, providing valuable training opportunities.
Basically, if you don't use it, you lose it. So we got to keep training, keep practicing our skills. There's a lot of pararescue skills. So if you don't practice them, they can go by the wayside. And we got to stay at tip top of our shape so that we can execute the mission if we call it to do so.
This work at Bagram is a story that is being repeated all over the country.
It's been a very busy time. It's been a trying time to try to get people to take a look at where they're at now and reduce their footprint. It's very easy to expand, but it's very difficult to draw down and really get a look at where you're going to be in several months.
For NATO Channel in Bagram, this is Lawrence Cameron.